You knew you could never leave it.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 companion departures in Doctor Who.
Shh now. 3 spoilers.
Thank you.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're going to be looking at the best and most notable departures of the Doctor's friends and companions from his company or the show. If there's a companion's goodbye whose company on our list you missed, please tell us in the comments below. Number 10, Jamie and Zoe.
For once, Jamie, do as you are told!
A Scottish Highlander and a tech genius from the future made for a fun pairing with the second Doctor, and their final outing is pretty epic. When the trio finds themselves in the middle of a massive set of war games populated by soldiers from throughout Earth's history, the Doctor finds himself overmatched and reluctantly calls the Time Lords for help. Unfortunately, he's still a criminal to them.
There must be something we can do!
No, Zoe. Not this time.
Part of his punishment means sending Jamie and Zoe home to their own times, and with their memories partially wiped. At least they got to keep their memories of their first adventures with him. Not everyone is so lucky. While it's not overly emotional, the Doctor's sad wave to them still hits us in the feels. Number 9, River Song. Professor River Song has a timeline almost as complex as the Doctor themselves. Because of this, she has said goodbye to him on multiple occasions.
The very last night we spend together is at the Singing Towers of Darillium. That wouldn't be true, would it?
While her last night with the 12th Doctor is very touching, we had to go with her first/last meeting with the 10th Doctor. To save everyone trapped in the universe's biggest library, River decides to sacrifice her life.
This means you've always known how I was going to die. All the time we've been together, you knew I was coming here.
Watching her emotional farewell to the Doctor and her hints at their future together is moving enough watching it the first time. But rewatching it after seeing those later episodes will bring the waterworks. And the Doctor's final race to save her consciousness, there's so much history wrapped into this moment that it gives us chills every time. What a story.
Everybody lives.
Number 8, Martha Jones. Often overlooked, Martha Jones is still a straight-up badass.
Okay.
I just can't.
Yeah.
In her final outing, she helps the 10th Doctor save the Earth from the Master, who has ruled the planet for a year, even keeping her family captive. When everything is put right, and just when the Doctor is hoping to go on travelling, Martha delivers the news. She can't keep travelling with him.
Thank you.
Not only does her family need her, but she also can't stay around the Doctor since her feelings for him are unrequited. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is leave, and Martha recognizes when she needs to. We see her again, of course, but her speech shows how far she's come, and it's her best send-off.
I'll see you again, mister.
Number 7, Susan. We've never forgotten the first time the Doctor said goodbye. Susan is the Doctor's granddaughter and his first companion when he runs away from Gallifrey. While fighting off an invasion of Earth by the Daleks in the 22nd century, Susan falls for David, one of the human rebels.
Grandfather!
By the story's end, the first Doctor locks her out of the TARDIS and tells her that he intends to leave without her.
Grandfather, I belong with you!
Not any longer, Susan. You're still my grandchild, and always will be.
He tells her that he believes she shouldn't have to live on the run, and that a life with David will let her do just that. The Doctor's promise to return one day is one of the most iconic moments in the entire series, and both the actors' performances have us struggling not to cry ourselves.
Goodbye, Susan. Goodbye, my dear.
Number 6, Amy Pond and Rory Williams.
Could have lost you both.
No.
Don't ever do that again.
The 11th Doctor, Amy, Rory and River Song are faced with a host of weeping angels in 1930s New York. To avert a tragic fate for Rory, he and Amy jump off a rooftop, creating a paradox. While this alone is emotional, thankfully they survive. Finding themselves back in a graveyard, the tone goes from relief to panic when Rory finds a grave with his name on it. A final angel then zaps him into the past.
Doctor!
Faced with a life without Rory, Amy tearfully bids farewell to River and the Doctor, before allowing the angel to take her too.
Goodbye.
No!
The grave, as well as a final message from Amy, reveals they did live out their lives together, though we still wept a lot. Number 5, Joe Grant.
You want to go?
More than anything else in the world.
I see.
A companion to the Third Doctor, Joe Grant was the perfect emotional counterpart to the often grumpy but still caring Time Lord. During their final adventure together, Joe meets Cliff, an environmentalist, with whom she falls in love. While celebrating their victory, the two announce they'll be getting married and traveling the world.
Cliff and I are going to get married.
Getting married? Well, that's marvellous.
While the mood is festive, the Doctor is melancholy that his friend will be leaving him. After giving Jo an early wedding present and bidding her goodbye, he quietly slips out of the party and drives away. It's a beautifully understated yet poignant scene that feels all too real.
Here's to both.
Yeah, here's to both. Congratulations. For he's a jolly good fellow, for they are jolly good fellows.
Number 4, Rose Tyler. The longtime companion of the 9th and 10th Doctor's departure is among the most heart-wrenching goodbyes out there. When she and the 10th Doctor try to save the world from Daleks and Cybermen from a parallel universe, the two of them are separated between realities. This alone is tragic, but the Doctor manages to say one last goodbye to Rose on a beach.
I love you.
It's quite alright too.
Rose professes her love for him, but his connection is lost before he can reply.
It's my last chance to say it. Rose Tyler.
It's a farewell so iconic that even after Rose managed to reunite with the Doctor, their next goodbye essentially mirrored this one.
Yeah, and how was that sentence going to end?
Does it need saying?
Number 3, Donna Noble.
Do you know what's happening?
Yeah.
Donna has one of the best arcs out of any companion on the show. She starts as a shallow, oblivious person and becomes a kinder, better person for traveling with the 10th Doctor. In her final adventure with the Doctor, she rises higher than ever before, gaining part of his intelligence through a transfer. Tragically, it's too much for her to handle. To save her life, the Doctor has to wipe her memory of all their time together, essentially killing the person she is now.
No, please, no.
As tear-jerking as watching the Doctor wipe her memory is, seeing her not recognize him afterwards, and her grandfather promising to watch the stars in her memory, just makes us ugly cry.
Donna? I was just going.
Yeah, see ya. I'll tell you what though, you're wasting your time with that one. Because Susie May, she went on that dating site and she saw him.
Number 2, Adric.
Can you do it?
I must do it.
In the ranks of companions, Adric is rarely one of people's favourites, but everyone remembers his exit from the show. When the Cybermen have directed a ship on a collision course with prehistoric Earth, Adric decides to stay behind to try to avert this. However, his attempts are in vain as the vessel hurtles too close. The 5th Doctor, Nyssa, and Tegan are helpless as they watch the ship crash into the planet, and Adric dies along with it. While Adric isn't the only companion to die, his is among the most shocking and the most memorable.
Doctor!
Number 1, Sarah Jane Smith.
I'll take Sarah to Gallifrey. Must get her back home.
After a particularly trying adventure with the 4th Doctor, Sarah Jane Smith laments her life traveling with him and threatens to pack and go, while he remains oblivious. While she's gone, the Doctor receives a summons from Gallifrey where Sarah can't go. Their goodbye to each other is low-key, yet emotional, as it's clear neither one wants to be parted from the other.
Don't forget me.
Sarah, don't you forget me.
Each urges the other not to forget about them, and we certainly won't forget either of them or their final scene together. The Doctor may have dropped her off in the wrong place, but this goodbye is spot on.
This isn't Hillview Road.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.